So I'm actually super happy with this setup. I know it's not all about the gear, but the gear does help. You can also manage with just a phone, but having a good camera is, well, at least if you're doing client work, essential. Good morning everyone, today is Thursday the 22nd of June and it's actually been 3 weeks since last time I made a vlog. I gotta say it feels so nice to once again be back on the vlog grind making vlogs for you guys. I've actually been super busy these last few weeks. I've actually been super busy even this morning. I was yesterday at a video shoot from 3 PM to 5 PM and then I started editing yesterday evening and today I finished it up. I woke up at 5 AM, I finished up the video and it's actually already been sent to the client, and if all this goes well, I don't have to touch it anymore today and it's done. But like, it's been super stressful. I had a lot of school. I've actually been on a course in film analysis, and it's not hard to sit there and just watch movies. I get it sounds like a dream, but it's actually quite annoying because you have to be there for so many hours and it takes up so much of your time and it feels like you're not being productive. You're just watching movies and analyzing, and then I was supposed to be very productive, but then I wasn't because I had no idea how to be productive when I was just watching movies every single day. So I'm finally back on the grind. It's been a long time and hopefully you guys will enjoy that the vlogs are somewhat back. So I was actually supposed to go for a run in this nice weather, but as you can see it's looking quite bad and I have no idea how the weather's gonna look in an hour, so I'm instead gonna do some work at my computer and let's check back when the weather has either cleared or I'm deciding to go for a run. It's raining out, so I guess I'm not going running, well, at least right now. So instead of going for a run right now, I will actually be working some, so I will just shoot a time-lapse with my GoPro out the window and I guess I'll shoot one with this camera too. But as you can see, the sky is now clearing up and I actually think it's time for my run. Okay, even though New York was a real nice place to run, I really can't complain about this either. Really can't complain. Look at that! There's never any choppers in the air here. I really wonder what's up because they're circling. But now I really have to run. It's starting to rain again. Finnish summer, man. Like, it started pouring down like crazy. Now the sun's shining and it's literally raining at the same time. Okay, everything is soaking. That was really fun. When you look outside, it's sunny. Then suddenly in 15 minutes it starts pouring down. Well, Finnish summer, that's what you get. Fortunately, my phone is waterproof, so actually my headphones are not waterproof. They're just sweatproof, but I'm fairly sure that they will take quite a bit of rain before they actually break down. Next up, I have to get cleaned up and I need to eat something to recharge. Okay, so I want to show you guys what I use to edit and what I also use for vlogging, because I don't think I've ever actually gone through what I'm actually using and how I'm using all of my stuff. So, starting off with the camera, I'm sorry about the phone quality, but I can't show you my camera with my camera, so here you go. Okay, so this is the camera I'm using for all my vlogs. This is the Panasonic GH4, it's a really great camera. And honestly, I wouldn't be using it for vlogs if I didn't have my company, and I would also be doing client work because it's actually quite expensive and quite, well, it's a really good camera basically. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, how cameras work, but this is a Canon lens on a Panasonic camera. So as you can imagine, they have completely different standards, and to make this work, I actually have a Metabone speed booster, which you can see right here, which is basically a adapter. It has some crazy glass in it that actually makes these lenses better. It actually makes this lens more light efficient, so it takes in more light onto the sensor. It's actually a f3.5, but instead, as you can see here, it's showing up in the camera as a f2.5. This is actually how I'm usually using the vlogging setup. I'm holding it out almost at arm's length, and with the GorillaPod. The GorillaPod is amazing because you can actually use it as you saw on the surface, and you can also use it just in one hand. For recording audio, I'm actually using the Rode VideoMic Pro, which again is too expensive for vlogging in my opinion, but yeah, I'm using it for client work too, so no worries. Moving over to my laptop, I actually showed this off in the 2017 setup tour, which you can find right there in that corner. I use it for basically everything, client work, vlogs, everything. This connects all the peripherals, as I explained in the setup tour, connects everything, and I use this for everything. Since it only has 500 gigs of storage, I could configure it up to 2 terabytes, but that would cost, I believe, around 1.5k, so no, not doing that. So instead I have these external SSDs, which are 500 gigs each, and this number 1 I use for client work, and number 2 I use for personal work and vlogs and stuff like that. So that's how I've separated them, and it's really nice to have super fast storage. It helps out more than you think. So for editing, this is actually a normal vlog setup. This is how it looks after I'm done with a vlog. This is pretty much 4 or 5 minutes of vlogging. This is what I use to edit Premiere Pro, and I use After Effects for all the small little details, the title sequences and stuff like that. Premiere Pro is great, and it's even better complemented with After Effects. Okay, so that is what I use to make these vlogs, and basically everything else I do video wise. So this is what I use. I use this GH4 camera and this MacBook Pro. That's all I'm using basically. Of course, a lot of accessories for GH4, but this is the essential part, the GH4 and the computer. So just let me know in the comment down below if you want to know anything more about my setup or anything, well, basically anything. Just let me know, because I want to inspire you guys. I want you guys to start doing this, because I think it's a great thing to do. It's a really competitive business if you're getting into this, but at least doing it for fun is also benefiting you in every basically business that you can get into, because it spurs your creativity, and it has helped me so much in my previous jobs, and now that I'm doing it full time, it's, well, basically paying my rent and everything else. Okay, next up, packing. We're actually once again tonight going to Ostrobotnia, Finland. I currently don't have any projects that forces me to be in Helsinki, which is nice. So I can just go there and work from there instead of working from Helsinki. So we'll be there until Sunday evening. It's 2.5 hours till a train leaves, so I really need to do some packing. I'm not in a hurry, but, well, it might as well start and not be in a hurry, I mean. Okay, I just realized the microphone was off when I actually recorded that segment, but I was saying that I was just packing in the computer, like last few things, and then we were actually leaving in 5 minutes, and now back to that.
Nothing wrong with going off in a daydream. In a daydream, nothing broken in a hopeless sky. Never wonder, just go on and set free. Can you set free all the hope that you can hold inside? It's safe to say that.
And we're in Ostrobotnia, so it's been a really nice day, but the train ride was, well, I couldn't complain, because I'm anyways just working on a train ride, so it was no problem for me. But we were actually 40 minutes late, which was kind of weird. Apparently the train itself, not the carriages, but the train itself actually broke down at these stations, so they just changed it on location, so no worries. But I just think it was weird that they had a broken train in the beginning. So, but yeah, we got here 40 minutes late, and I got to work 40 minutes more, so I'm completely fine with it. As you can see, it's like I'll put a picture up, but it's so bright outside. If it wasn't cloudy, it would be sunny out. Even though it's 11 p.m, it would be sunny out. We're so far north that the sun just shines night and day basically at this point. That's it for me today, and I'll see you guys in the next one.